Hello everybody and welcome to PRF1 Division 1. It's round 2 here at the absolute soaked. Is it it's probably not even that soaked. Hang on, let's go above with the car that's actually coming out. Actually it's fairly wet. No, it's fairly wet and already having a... hang on. Don't know why it does that. Don't know why it does that. It cuts out the sound and absolutely ruined everything. There's slightly soaked Silverstone here for round 2 in Div 1. After last time's chaotic run in Austria, to say the least. Plenty of action all the way through, and definitely recommend that you watch it back on the YouTube channel PRF1 Demon. It'd be very us because I love the PRF1 logo, but with my name on it instead. So yeah. You should be able to find that, and it's a definite great watch, that's for sure. And we absolutely, well, last minute we've been joined by Halle. I was getting ready to say that Halle would be joining us there, but no, he has made it in just in time. So the championship leader Halle, he leads on 25 points. Mr. Second place, PRF1 Quan, he's with us, and he is on 18 points. But third place, Mike V Legend, is not with us today, and he obviously on 15 points. He won't be racing, so he won't be gaining anything, so he'll probably lose a few positions, as he's got Greza right behind him, who got 30 points with the fastest lap, and P4 in the race at Austria. His first time league racing on a pad, which went well-ish, to say the least. Anyway, let's whack on the details. And because we have a lap of Silverstone, and if you want to know the corner names, Google them, because I haven't Googled them. I'm not prepared. Actually, no, what am I about? I can prepare for this. Where's the phone? Well, let's get him on. And, oh dear me, and that's low grip for you, that's the rain, no grip whatsoever. And already spinning round, and oh dear. Could we just have the Benny Hill theme pretty much, really? Just Benny Hill theme this bit. Oh dear, it'd be today. TPA Groot making his debut for Div 1 here. Not having the best of stats this qualifying day. But we've got a new Div 2 driver actually, taking reserve spots. Obviously plenty of reserve spots, like we say. It's going to be, reserves are going to be quite, pardon me, quite often. Yeah, because, like I say, it's a matter of just filling up a grid, making it entertaining for you guys watching at home, or on the bus, or wherever you guys watch this stuff. Probably at home. Can't imagine you'd be watching it anywhere else. And oh, a bit of lag on my head. That's something always you want to see. Not. And speaking of the stream, let's hope we can get further than the end of Q3. Obviously, you know, last time if you were watching on the stream, you would know that I had to cut off the stream because it just instant decided to just blow up. So hopefully we don't get a repeat of it's going to be fine, and then nothing. And I can already see it dropping into the red already, which is just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm sure someone will keep me informed of that. And hello to anyone in the chat, so I will be definitely interacting with anyone. If you just want to put anything in a nice chat, talk about actual F1 stuff, you know, whatever, we'll be there. We've got a few lap times to go through as well, talk about what's been happening. Got PRF and Spaffy setting the pace so far with 1:38.0. He had a great race. It started at the back of the grid, went up to P9 within like the first lap. Had a great battle with the leaders before unfortunately crashing out on the final corner, which brought out one of many safety cars that occurred in that race. So he'll be looking to get some redemption because he definitely had the pace in Austria to, but I'd say arguably, to easily win that race. We've got 1:38.3, yeah, 1:38.3 for Raj, Div 2 reserve, very quick person in Div 2. People looking to get a foothold and show the Div 1 guys what pace really is. The rest of them doing a 38.4, just shy of a couple of hundredths away from Rog. PRF1 Grezza down in 4th. He's definitely going to struggle here. Wet and Autopad and Silverstone, it ain't going to mix well. 37s are coming up from Div 2 reserves there. That's a 37.2 for it, but Q-Ball actually might be a Div 1 person, I'm not too sure. But he's up there with a 37.2. That's a pretty good lap time. Pretty good lap time indeed. Rain is still falling, but it's very slow, very light. I reckon the track will be constantly improving throughout the sessions, though. Times will probably shoot down pretty quickly here as we keep going towards the session. Last time out, one person that will be looking to get a result here is SLF Reese, obviously a previous two-time DIV1 champion, both season 1 and 2. He'll be looking to try and get some points aboard. Had a very disappointing race, to say the least, in Austria. A lot of struggles, a lot of spins, and it just did not go his way at all. So he's yet to get a point so far. So this will be definitely a pretty good chance, as Alder's already been saying he's pretty knackered from karting earlier on, so he might be a little bit wayward, but you know, we'll see. He has also got the likes of Pet Sparvey to worry about, because, you know, like I say, he was up there. Whether he could be up there again, who knows? Rapid Pigeonella, Div 2 reserve. Solid Div 2 driver, consistent. Picks up the good points without getting any penalties, so penalties are going to be a big factor in the race, I think. He's always expects penalties right here, especially with Maggots and Beckett's. Abbey, turn 1, if you turn in too early, hit that intake curve too much, yeah, you get your invalidation, you get your warnings, you get your penalties. But Maggots and Beckett's are the real big causes, and going wide at cops as well, that'll get you. And cops will be quite difficult for a certain individual who's still in the pit lane, and I believe he's hiding away because it's raining and he doesn't want to go through cops. Back to his actual PRF1 debut, he was at Silverstone, and Cops wasn't his favourite corner, to say the least. Many spins were had, and spin counters were put up. Was Dane commentating with Mike. Mike had his legendary Jeff laps. And Peter B. Goalie be looking to pick up some more points. McLaren had a very good day in terms of getting good points. They lead the Constructors' Championship so far after round 1. So they'll be looking to keep up the momentum in point scoring. Spuffy goes quickest, 1:37.1. Take you on board with the rest of this lap as heads towards Cops. Very quick corner, but it goes down to 6. It goes too wide. His wheels just went over the white line, and that'll obviously be invalidation, like you can see on the screen. Races, oh dear, that is it's not exactly the most ideal line. Watch out for the house coming over. That's the spread coming up, because as you see, I'm in the pits. Out comes Halliday and Clem. So watch for an Aston Martin to get to Cops, and we've got a car round the exit, whatever this corner is. Going towards the old pit lane he is. And staying well out of the way of Master Raven as he comes towards Cops. See if he can do it without invalidation. Takes it in 7th gear, lifts off the throttle and back hard as we move towards Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. Very good corner if you get this spot on. A lot of time can be made here. It goes a little bit wide on the exit there though, and that's going to cost him on this straight towards Stowe. Down to 4th gear, get it rotated early upshift to keep the traction and keep it planted all the way down to the chicane. Or back end slipping out there, that was not what you want to find too much throttle there through the Farrow corner on towards the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight. Goes 7:38.5. Don't ask me what the cut-off point is because oh dear. Well, that's an interesting conundrum. What happened there? Let's go. Oh. Hello, my name is Roman Gozon. Just the fact that you watch AI do that is quite funny. Well, that's unfortunate for GTR build. That's the end of his qualifying. Everyone's through. There you go. Everyone's there through. Have fun. I'll tell you what, this will be an interesting look to watch. PRF1 Clement is Bill's favourite track to spin. It's very fitting for the title of today's stream. Car's staying well out of the way. As we head towards his favourite corner, will he spin, ladies and gentlemen? Here he goes. He back to Alpha Throttle, and yeah, he's done that quite well actually. He's done that quite well. And will he spin over here though? This is the thing. Ooh, he has a lot of back end twitch there, but it's looking pretty good. Goes very wide and onto the grass, which is definitely not the ideal line, but he's got a purple set to do, whether that's true or not. We'll find out. 1:36.8 by Halliday. So exit times are improving. Spaff is only 3/10 away from that so far, and Rinskowski got wet. Right, forget about that. We're just going into the 1:35s all of a sudden. 1:35.9 for Breeze, and that's pretty much throwing the towel down, saying, "I'm still here. Let's go." Climb goes 7th. That might be a touch point. Although, with Miller getting disqualified, I'm pretty sure he's good, so there's no matter. Looking for up. No, to Master Spread. He's doing another flyer. So we've seen these guys do quite a lot of runs on these tires because you can get away with it. And to be fair, usually your second or third laps are better than the first lap because your tires are more rubbered in, heated up. Stream is all good, so it's really cheese. Thank you very much. It's all good for now. That's the key point. For now, it's all good. And ooh, that's not very good. And ooh, keep it out the wall. Just there. Master Spread getting quite interesting towards the wall there. Gracey says, I've been trying it for Q2 and Q3. I wouldn't be surprised because it's not very wet out there. It's not raining that heavy. So, going with Rog. He's on the flyer. Oh, that's a great camera angle into that gun. Lovely. Absolutely lovely boy. Can he not lose the back end on the exit of this gun, will it? Yep, done that really well. Oh dear. It looks like I must have spread it to have a bit of difficulty on that corner. But it's good practice for those Div 2 reserves. They're very, very good practice, that's for sure. I'm just going to quickly find a track map on Google Images because, yeah, not knowing these corner names, it's going to throw me off in it. People complain. Liam Ash is retired. I think he's realised that, yep, he's pretty safe. And that's an invalidation for Mr. Frost. Dear, a little bit wide at Chapel. Oh dear. So into that lap, TPA Groot had an interesting start to his qualifying session. I suppose he's got no fuss feedback. Oh, that's interesting. He's still having technical difficulties with the wheel. That code is still not yet fixed, which is also interesting. The reason how they're retiring, well, they're very, very safe to say the least. Don't forget, it's going to be out any time apart from GTR World. He's had an oops moment in the pit lane. He's done a Roman Grosjean special. And there's also Ravens also retired. A lot of these people are probably going to be. A lot of these people are probably going to be retiring. There we go, Silverstone. Track map. Boom. Images. There we go. That's how we'll keep up there. We'll enter the cars. the comas. Yes, we'll run there with the comas. So into Butlins for the TPA group, a little bit deep and through left field for an interesting line. And whoa, that's going to be a tyre. That's very, very lucky to not lose a tyre there. But a chunk of that front wing has gone, dare I say, might have even side with that, which is great cheese, and Kubal has retired. Anyway, back to answer Peter B. Gelly, because he's yet to put a time on the board. I'm sure he'd like to show up with a decent time, just to say, you know, I'm still part of this, I'm still here. As he heads towards Stale. And into Vale. Down to thirds, into second, get the rotation, probably up shift to third. No, he's going to keep it second through there. As we go towards Sellers Hampton Straight. And it is P10. P2P. Sure he'll be looking to get a bit more pace than that during the second part of qualifying. Rog out there on track, looking like he's pushing there. The ERS isn't there, and going quite slowly and probably going towards the pit lane. Yeah, everyone just going back into the pits. Everyone's retiring now. I think everyone knows that they're safely through. So my tricky corner pick. What's my tricky corner pick going to be, guys? What's it going to be? I'm going to say Abby. Abby's going to be my tricky corner pick for today. On the basis that it is quite easy to get validations, but ending too early. If you're too sharp on the steering, especially on a pad, your rear end's going to go. Which is also kind of set up depending, so that can be controlled. But there you go, end of Q1. So it, you know, that'd be pretty difficult corner. And also in the rain, a lot less traction. Got to be wary of your speed, because if you go too wide, you're compromising your line into farm. Which is not what you want to be doing, as you can lose a lot of time by doing that. So, confirmation, Reese goes quickest by 8/10 over Master Raven, and he's held the third. Probably not the most representative times from some of the other lot, but that's a pretty good time for Reese, and that might actually be a representative time. 1:35.9 is pretty quick. Considering the conditions, it was set kind of mid-part qualifying, and we lose GTR Millard from the first part qualifying, getting disqualified, doing the Roman Grosjean out of the pit lane. Roman Grosjean obviously in IndyCar after his F1 retirement, and his crash at Bahrain. All props to the Halo for saving him there. But we move on from that. So it's time for Q2. And it doesn't look like it's raining. Raven's was flat out on the edge. He's already finding the limits, getting ready for Div 2. Chris is driving 5 minutes, expect some tea breaks. Yes, have a nice cuppa, put the kettle on. DRS has actually already been enabled, so I reckon those that are probably going out are probably going to go back in straight away, because there's not really going to be any point now that DRS has been enabled. The DRS enabled is international sign for get your drives on. Even though the track, as it looks, a little bit greasy, it still drives. There will be a lot quicker than your intermediate compact tyres. And speaking of tyres, we'll probably get the give me that menu back. We'll probably get the tyre graphic on, and like I say, a lot of people are still on inters. I reckon all these will probably box and go change the tyres to the Now here's the interesting conundrum. If you want to get the lap in early, you're most likely to use the soft compound tyres. But the track won't necessarily be at peak performance, and you're going to be waiting quite a while to get peak performance on the track. So actually some of these are already into, they might stick out and just do a bank lap. So no, the track won't be at its best until we get right towards the end of Q2, which could throw a spanner in the works for the quickest people, because if you invalidate and you're last minute, that will throw your position way out of place, especially if you want to try mediums. Mediums will be very much last minute because you need the track to be bone dry. You need a lot of grip, so it's gonna be an issue. The track is still fairly wet. I think the DRS might be enabled, I think, a bit too preemptively, because that track is quite wet. Greasy on line, but wet everywhere else, so I think the drive's not been too much of a risk though. Staying on board with TPO Grit as he goes into Rutland and towards Loffield, and his back end is absolutely all over the place. He's really struggling to keep that Alfa Romeo in tidy shape, where he lost it before in the end of Q1, but he's going to keep it going this time, heading towards Cops. The greatest corner of all kind. And does work very well into 6th gear. We'll see not as much grip on the meters either, because they'll be slowing down in the Delta comparison times to the rise. Through Chapel, DRS wide open on the hanger straight towards Stowe, keeping it nice and tidy early as you can on the throttle, up towards Vale, and in we go to back end again, slipping out there. So 147, I think these times are going to be a lot slower than what we saw in Gear 1, because these tyres are not really anywhere near the peak. Let's see what Reese does as he's coming around the final corner. He's going to go with a 36 well, slower than his fastest Gear 1 time, by about 8 tenths. But 4 seconds quicker than Groot. DIV goes second fastest, 38.7. A lot of people whacking some softs on. Here's Master Raven, heading down higher straight towards Stowe. Got Ferrari, Liam Ash ahead of him. Liam Ash will be looking to score some points as well. And they'll chicane looking pretty good. Final corner, flat to the line, he goes second fastest, 37.5. Times are still there or thereabout in the inters. P2B goal is out on the sauce and might be struggling a little bit there. He's got a Mercedes behind, which may be a lot, may not be. He's really trying to find some grip out there. Rog going into Maggots and Bearkits, and in Shaftburn wider Bearkits and compromising his line through Chapel there. DRS wide open as he heads towards Stowe on Hanger Straight. The track is definitely drying there, you can tell it looks a lot better. And the softs may just come into it now. The softs will definitely be the quicker compound of tyre. Even those that will start to set some ups on the softs will probably still be able to switch to mediums at the end and check quicker time. Once through goes Roger into the final corner, very much pinned, and inters are pretty much going to be borderline useless now. 38.4 from Rog, and everyone coming off those inters onto the soft tyres. Here's Halliday on the soft going through Maggots and Bearkits, and that's too much cutting of the inside there from Bearkits, and that is not really one of these. Validated Rapid Pajala coming up towards Stowe. in the Williams car. Made that look very good. To Vale we go. The chicane. Far flat out round the final corner. Now across the line to set. No, that will be the fastest time. 34.8. Let's have a look. Who else is out there? P2P got the other McLaren. Got some yellow flags. It's just cars going slow. There's wide open. The other flags at the cops, as you can see the puns there. I think he might have been. I think he's going so far, so he might have just slowed down. Reese switched onto the medium compound tyres. He's getting ready for that medium run. He is into the chicane for P2P. As he's flat out through the final corner. Going very wide there. But it's a 32.0 from P2P. Goes quickest. Having a look now. Here we go. We've got Clem starting his flying up. He's got a bit of traffic up ahead though. That could be compromising. We've got Clowns at the head who's completely left and might be going for another one. Clown will be picking up a decent amount of Clown goes Ben doesn't want to give that tail away. Instead he manages to pick up a little bit of distance there. Yeah, well, nothing you can do about that. As he goes through Brooklands into Luffield. Taking a wider approach to the first part and hook it into the second apex for flying the old pit lane straight into Cops. Does he spin? Very committed, but he ain't spinning anytime soon. Going towards Magnus and Beckett's now. In the beautiful Aston Martin. Looking very committed, dabbing the brakes and just going down the gears gradually for flying down the hanger straight towards Stowe we go. Overtaking opportunities into Stowe for sure for the race. There's some yellow flags and we got a spinner in sector 1 there. It's when the Ferraris. No, it wasn't an Alfa Romeo. It's really difficult to see on the screen. It makes it look like a Ferrari, even though it's an Alfa. Anyway, quickest time for there goes to Clem, 1:29.9. Times are very much improving. We've got PRF1 who's validated. We've got PRF1 Greza coming across the line. He goes very wide, but he does a 1:30.05. Just slightly behind Clem there for now. Well, we can do that. Oh, he's validated. Never mind, we ain't got anyone there. Dean, he's starting another flying lap, heading towards Brooklands. A certain infamous map between Verstappen and Hamilton, which ended Verstappen's race at Cops Corner and went flying into the wall as the two make contact. But it was for the first time in the season, and the second time happened at Imola. Dean using all the inside curb there through Cops. That was a very good one. That's going to gain him a fair bit of time on this lap, to say the least. Heads towards Megs and Beckett's. Look at the zoomed out camera. That is very nice to see. Even the McLaren in the background. That's lovely. We go into Chapel. Car's quite slow going towards the chicane there. McLaren going to be picking up a lovely distance out at the moment, but he's not on up because I think it's Halliday. And into the chicane for Dean. Climb goes even quicker, 28.8. Times is yet improving even more. When the medium guys go out, Restoration's already gone out on the mediums. Dean goes 4 fastest, 1:31.2. Must spread in third, 1:38. So 1:30.8, I should say. And that's the rating there on those medium tyres. Now he pushes guys, goes towards Brooklands, going quite a wide entry. 28.4 for Sparfy, goes for third, quicker than Clem. And Kubal goes into third, 29.7. Some 9/10 away from his teammate. Is into Cops, and we've got a little bit of disturbed air there for Gad. Still doing good job to stay out the way though. Slight dab of the brakes as we get into Chapel, flat back on the foot, DRS wide open as early as possible, down the hanger straight towards Stowe Corner, reaching speeds of 198 before reaching the braking zone. 6th gear on the exit as we head towards the chicane. 2nd gear, early up just to 3rd to keep the traction, and early up just to 4th then. Make sure you don't lose it being around there, flat out towards the line, he gets 3rd fastest on the beat, he's 29 dead. That might be a touch and go time, depending on how quick these guys went down. Halliday yet again invalidating, Groot redefining track limits. Looking up here from Spotty coming around and getting those into the pit, and so does the Aston forward. So does the other Aston. Well, the other Aston continues, so he might be going up the leaderboards very shortly. Liam Ash here, down in the drop zone. He'll need a decent time here to see himself through, because these times really are going to crunch down at the end, and who knows who will go where. There's a lot of people really just going for the softs here, which is interesting to say the least. And those softs are also one stop, but we would have thought some people might just go for that hard compound early and get it out of the way. Depending if it's going to be the better race compound tyre or not. Through Chapel we go with Liam Ash. DRS wide open down the hanger straight. Some yellow flags. The car's going quite slow. Guys should be the first to get it, to say the least. Close put mediums on. I don't think he'll have enough time to get round though. Oops, Patrick does, he knows one enough time. That's Raven goes quickest on the mediums, 128.3. Well, that will be a sign for those on the softs. Liam Ash goes P5, 29.6. Will that be enough? It might just not be. In the drop zone also is Halliday. Who goes quickest? 27.5. As Rogers also going quick, lighting up the sectors there. Purple in sector 2. Head towards Stowe. Got a bit of traffic up ahead. That'll probably be long gone by the time he gets to the corners. Well, that's a nice camera angle, isn't it? Into the chicane, you can see the track is borderline next to perfect now. Goes across the line, he goes 5th fastest, that takes him out the drop zone, puts P2P in the drop zone, who's also pardon me, going for a lap here. Twiglet just invalidating. Well, actually, that might be him out. Yeah, that'll be him out, considering where he is on the track. That will definitely be him out of qualifying. Not able to set a time, that's unfortunate for Twiglet. He'll be down in 15th, his teammate up in 4th at the moment. Cuball went into 2nd with 28.3 on the soft compound tyres. Clan is out on track. Will he make it? Probably not. Sorry for the young professional DMS is down in 10th. As he's crashed actually. He's crashed with that time, oh dear. Well, I didn't even notice that. Dear, dear. Checker Flag is out. Where's Reese going to go? He's out a bit of a back end, but he goes 2nd fastest to 27.6. A 10th away from Halliday. He's applying the fight so far in qualifying. P2P is going to get a nice little slipstream by the Alfa Romeo there, and so is the AlphaTauri behind. He's also going to get slipstream off the McLaren as well. Heading towards Stowe Corner. He's in the drop zone. He needs this lap to count. He doesn't need to invalidate here. Just needs to get the lap up. And he should be through. Going around the final corner and across the line, he will go P7. He makes it out the drop zone so far. That puts Pajala down in the drop zone, but he's under the lap. Dean is going to be out qualifying. Groza goes quickest, 27.3. That's quicker than Halliday. Where's that come from? Tugger's out, Group's out. Liam Ash is also out. Can Pajala get himself through here into Q3? Coming around the final corner, Fosh is very flat. Look at the times, it's looking very close. Drop off. He might have just missed out there. Yeah, he has. It's P11. He's missed out. So after all that, fastest goes to Grezza out of nowhere. 2/10 quicker than Holiday. 3/10 quicker than Race. And then Rog lines up 8/10 away from the poles, from the fastest lockdown. Cue-Ball closely behind him, but out of the session we lose. Pajama, Liam, Ash. I apologise, I was watching Cast Games and you're going to hear him a fair bit in the background. Liam, Ash out, Dean out, Groot and Twiglet not able to set a lap time. Groot sticking to the inters, not able to get in a lap time on the dries. So, into Q3 we must go. EIO. Another top 10 shootout, which is going to be looking like it's going to be the battle for pole between Grezza, Halliday and Reese. Well, that'll be rather spicy. Despite if you can get his wheels like he might be left as well. Just shrinking the chair down, moving the mic on. See if this improves said audio without locking the power off button, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? That was very close to the power off button there. Well, that could have been disastrous. Hambo's arrived. Right, so out comes the AlphaTauri will be getting the air down of Rog. He was out there first, so he'll be getting the third air time. Moving the tyres, getting the temperature up. It's very nice helmet, that. Very nice indeed. Raven, yes. Sorry about that, I was trying this one. Yeah, Raven, yes, you are the only one on the medium compound tyres. So, you're going to be interesting. Did I miss the thing? Yeah, it's still a one-support sauce, I believe. But, you know, you're on medium, so you get that tyre out of the way, you probably go softs at the end, which will be quicker. Anyway, Rochester and his wife, and through Abbey we go. We head up to, I don't know the colonies because I didn't have the map up, Village. As we power down the Wellington Straight, the air is wide open, going to be getting a little distant tail there off of the Haas ahead of Master Spread. Haas ahead of Master Spread, that's pretty good. Anyway, ignoring that as we go into Luffield. And he's still going to be getting a nice tail down the old pit straight here. And that'll be lovely. For Rogers to go into Stowe. So Cops, why did I say Stowe? It's Cops, good job mate. We're having a bit of a cock up on the colour names. As we go into Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel. Before flat out down the Hangar Straight, he's going to get another tow. From a McLaren this time. Oh, he's had all the tails this lap as Rog. Into Stowe, back out towards Vale. Down to second. Oh god, sorry. Well, I'm guessing Cassius just scored. 27-7 for Rog. 26-9 for Reese. It wasn't even all the tails, it just wasn't quite enough. It might have been a bit of a scuff set for Roger. We'll never. Oh, we've got a spinner in the background, that's Master Spread. That is Master Spread way off the track there in Abbey, and I believe the tricky corner has just claimed victim. Oh, the Haas, living up to its name in the Sprint Automobile. Who's next to be coming through across the line? It's... yeah, it'll be out. No, it'll be Q-Ball. He comes in a 1:44.3 outside with that time frame. Cheap shot. Cheap shot. Because he's the one who did one he did too. Anyway, on board with the other estimate. That's going to go down towards Stowe Corner now. Speeds of about 199, 198 by the time they hit the breakage zone of that corner, and into Vale. Round the far corner on the suburbs, Hamilton Street. I'm not saying the Hamilton Street, much easier. He goes fourth, 128.1. Smurf went into second with a 27.5, still a fair bit off. Reached his lap time there. What is happening? I see what's happened here, Clem. Is that Cubs Corner? That's what spreads a bit. They went into P2 whilst we were interested with the Cops and Clem situation. Oh, he's gone again. He's gone again. Oh dear me, God, live it up to your name. Live it up to your name there. And Grez has come around the final corner. What lap time will he set? He will go fourth. He'll go only fourth. He's 200th quicker than Rod at the moment. So, even then, the battle between Harley and British races, absolutely slapped that lap time there. He's still about nearly 4% quicker than Halliday. So Reese really got the upper hand here. We'll go back to Master Arrivan. He'll be starting on the mediums. He's over the line. He goes 6th fastest. 3,000th away from Roger. It's very close to the midfield gap there. That'll be an interesting fight to watch. Ironically, it's between the two reserves. Which, if you didn't know, Div 2 reserves are taken out of the standings. So, either way, no matter what, Div 1 people will be scoring points. As long as they finish, if they complete at least 90% of the Grand Prix, they will remain getting points. If someone's in the points position, I think there's enough Div 1 people to fill points positions and maybe a little bit more. Didn't quite count in the end. Cobb's already spun 4 times. I'm sure that'll be 40 times by the time we get to the Grand Prix. There's into the pits comes Grezza. I don't think we have anyone else on the map apart from Q-Boy. Might be going again. His ERS is to blame, but his fuel is also flashing, so he might be just going back into pits. Just looking at things, everything's looking alright. We can go over this track, we don't need it anymore. Boom, back off. Q-Ball in the Aston Martin, on board of the Aston Martin. It has to be certainly one of the most magnificent things to look at. Into the pits he goes. A few people going out on track. There's which is actually going to be next person to start a lap. So he's going into Abbey. Let's see how well he takes this corner. Quite well, very well. Maybe a bit more inside curb if you want to get a bit more time out of it, but that was very well. As we head towards the Welton Straight, it's going to be whacking on the DRS. As we head towards Brooklands. And into the left field, which is near the Royal Automobile Club Grandstand area. And there it is on the right there. As he powers down towards Clem Corner. Not even changing down, a little bit lifting, but that's it. That's all he needs as wow! Ooh, I thought he was going to rejoin Dangerous, and that could have been airy. Yes! No. Yes, Casa scored again. There's nothing I can do about that. You're just going to have to hear that. Nope, yeah, the celebration is still going on as Roger's going to be coming into the chicane. Maybe there'll be celebrations in the AlphaTauri garage like this if he whacks it on pole. Here he comes across the corner. Where will he go? He goes for fastest. A couple of tenths ahead of Spaffy. And spread, yes, at that time. Clem's going around again. This will be entertaining. We'll definitely watch this lap. Let's hope he doesn't spin this time as he heads towards Brooklands. Not many chances to spin here, so you'll be alright here. Just don't plant the throttle down like a Mazepin. And again, a little bit of chance to do it in Luffield, but it'll be a bit as he heads down the old pit straight here towards Cops. Is he going to spin? Oh, I thought the back end was going to step out then. He's getting away with this time. Can he get away with Baggett's and Beckett's Chapel though? A little switch down, a little dab of the brakes there, and he's heading flat out down the hangar straight. Must spread. Going to be completing a lap as well by looks things, unless you invalidated, which oh no. Where will Clem go? He's going into the chicane. Must spread goes 8th. 28.3. Clem's down in 10th. He's going to lap and goes 5th. A thousandth quicker than Spaffy. Halliday's knocked down to 4th as Roger proves to 3rd. And Raven's up to 2nd as well. That's 22. That's again closer, but not quite close enough to Rees. Really is going to be down to these final laps as a slow moving off a bail of not yet is Raven. You might just have enough time to make it round. Let's see, who else is going to be next? It is not going to be P2P, he's invalidated. It'll be Spaffy. Oh, he's invalidated. It'll be Master Spread. As he heads down into Beckett's. Beckett's. And Chapel. DRS down the hangar straight. He's fourth down actually. He's backed off. Oh dear. Oh dear me. It'll be Reese Crystal next though. This will be a lap, won't it? He's down this time though. As he pushed too much too soon. Is that the best he can do at the moment? Oh, he spun! Oh, that's a big spin! All the way across the final corner. He's completely moving that out, and that will be his qualifying over. He won't be able to improve after spinning across the line like that. The Raven also won't be improving. It's really down to oh god. And Halliday does it! So 26-8, he takes provisional pole. There's still the people that might be able to rob him here. Rog, if you can really... No, he's backing off. Clem... No, he's staying in 5th. Spaff could do it. Could. Grezzo might actually hang on. Where is he? In the Ferrari. He's there he is. Is he going to be able to do it as Rush comes into the pits? He's retiring to make sure he doesn't have to wait. Through... Oh, he's fucking invalidated. So, Grezzo can't do it either. It's really not spaffing else. The clown out can pull miracles on the arse. Don't invalidate for Lord's sake. I think he just ran out of fuel. He just ran out of fuel. Son of a bitch. So there you have it. It will be pole position for Halliday. Yet again, 2 poles. 1 race win. Can it be 2 race wins? I may have just cursed him. But Reese is right there with him. He's only 600th away. Starting alongside him on the front row. It's Master Raven in 3rd. Roger in 4th. 2 Div 2 reserves. Where we have Clem, Spaffy, P2P, Grezza, Cue-Ball and Master Spread. Sub 1.5 away. Top 9 separated by 9/10. Rather close. It's rather close to that midfield pack between Clem, Spiffy and Coley. Imagine though, Spiffy might have done a bit of a quicker time if he didn't run out of bloody fuel. Now then, this time at the race is normally the time where you have a little break, a little 5-minute break to have your piss, have your shit, have your wank. No, we don't have that. We don't condone that behaviour. Don't do that. You'll go blind. Allegedly. Chair's been extra squeaky today. It will be a dry race, as I was told. It is rather overcast, said the least, which will be alright for the soft tires, actually. We've gotten further than we did last stream, so here's hoping it all goes well. I've said that and I've just cursed it like I've cursed Aldo's win. Always ruining things, Em. Always ruining things. That, you know, I mentioned that in a while, but they're also mentioning it in the bloody Div 2 chat, for goodness sake. It's happened again, so I'm running out of fuel. No. The banter really is real. The banter. Oh, for God's sake, we're going again. Obviously some sort of complaining this time. You're going to be hearing that all throughout the stream, by the way, because this is running alongside the same time as the Cast Tigers rugby game is going on. So you're going to be hearing that. And if he's cheering, Cast have scored. Swedish in the rugby league. They're not doing that well, I guess, which is rather disappointing. I say rather, it's very. It's actually depressing. Say, what, do you want some ASMR? We'll have some ASMR. Don't bring mail because I have some bingo in bed. So you don't want to do it this space. I'm saying, dear! There we go, some ASMR. There we go. Like ASMR paper, you can go over that. This is one we don't just to pass that, just open the breath. Just to give the TV a couple of clicks so it doesn't turn off. Or not like it miles away, but on the laptop screen. Which makes you think that the Alfa Romeos are bloody Ferraris, because they're that rare on the thing, which I don't know why they are. And I'm sure you'll be also seeing that as well, so you're probably confused as well. There we go, we're continuing to open this. Oh, fuck that up. Oh no, I fucked it up. There we go. Oh, it's from the bank. You're broke! I know, don't need to remind me. Alright, what's this? It is... Ooh, yeah, I'm not reading that out, that's for sure. Ooh, that's shiny. It's a lot more shiny. That looks so much better than the other car. Beep 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 ba ba beep boop beep 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 boop. That'll be the next important thing you have to do. Tell you what, that must be absolute kerfuffle trying to change all your bloody car details now. Every single different app and all shit that you have having to change it so you don't fucking get supercharged for missing out payments and stuff. That must be an absolute pain in the ass to do. No, cock, hang on. Yeah, I know. Who's this thing bring? Okay, so I'll have to change that. Oh, we're going. Oh, isn't that funny? Right. Right, so this is that's 2025. I fucking don't need to worry about that anytime soon. Oh, Jesus Christ. There you go, you just had ASMR letter opening for you. How was that? Bet that was enthralling. Like ASMR paper scrunching as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. But you're absolutely eargasming over that thing. Anyway, where we go for the formation lap, and everyone's going to the left. Well, that'll be an interesting noise. That's the ASMR section of the stream. Anyway, we're going to run through the starting grid. We have Holiday and Reese on the front row, and along the second row it's Master Raven and XRF1 Orange T. And old Div 2 second row as we go to third row, occupied by the PRF1 boys, Clem and Spaff. Got P2P Girly and Greza in 37P8. PIP10th, Keelball and Master Spread, Pajara 11th, Liam Ash 12th, Dean 13th, TPA Groot 14th, Twiglet 15th, GTL Millard 16th, and Habbo starting in 17th after joining in qualifying. Look at tyres, the only person in the top 10 on different tyres to Sauce is Master Raven, who's starting on the medium compound tyres, and outside of that top 10 we've got 3 people with the hard on, and interestingly it's GTR Miller, Twigler and Dean. They've all got hard ons. Everyone else has gone soft. But crucially it'd be fresh. So they expect those outside the top 10 to make it a little bit of an impact here, but those on the hards are probably going to drop, and Master Raven might also struggle a little bit compared to everyone else on the soft compound tyres. So here we go then, we've got Gap Dilla Huge. You might want to put your fucking foot down there, sir. You're going to be front cut tyres by the time these are on the grid. Oh, they're inside each other. Well, we cut away from ours. They're appropriate. Very inappropriate. Bloody fucking dare. Anywho, we have 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's like sound away we go immediately, not hold very long, and it's going to be held in getting a pretty good start alongside. He's going to be taking the lead into the race so far. He's going to hold that P1 position. Very wide goes some clown of P2P there. He's going very far off the track. Further back we've got Clem and Rog moving up the ground as Raven already losing out a lot of ground. He's side by side with Spaff going around the outside of Farm. He's not quite going to hold it off for now. Raven's just going to be able to hold on in there as we head down towards Brooklands. That all lining up for the slipstream, trying to break toes, and Raven really struggling on the uphill laps. Down the inside into Brooklands goes. The Alpine off the Spaff. He's now going to have the outside line into the... Oh, there's contact and round goes Raven. Lodcast trying to do some avoiding action. Luckily he's guessed he won't be causing too much havoc for them. And moving further up ahead as P2P Goal gets ahead of Spafford, momentarily gaining that position. He's now going to lose another position as both Alfa Romeos at the back. Both Alfa Romeos are at the back. And could have got a bit hairy up there as a bit of a month, I think, Twiggle in the back. Actually, no, Rapid Shah having a bit of a moment, and Lou Williams in the background there as we look on continues. What's happening? We look at the big screen because this is easy to concentrate. Reese is all over the back of the McLaren of Alde. We're going on board as he's underfield the car by the looks of things there with the yellow symbol already on. Further back, we've got a bit of movement there. GTR Billard making a move on Dean. All these lot on the hards having a little bit of a gamble battle. We thought back when and he's ended in. I could hear the visible engine sounds Holiday leads from Reese, from Clem. Clem's had a pretty good start. Rog managing to shuttle to that P4 position. P2P and Spaff moving up places along with Grezza staying in P7 for now. Liam Ash feeling the pressure of the Yasserman down at the inside. The gap is wide open there, but he hasn't quite managed to do it. All of them tucking in for that slipstream. Liam Ash really feeling the pressure here. Aston Martin really trying to find a way through here. Hambo down in 11th. He's made quite a lot of places there from 17th, moving up to 11th. Rappagelli comes into the pits. Clem's already picked up a penalty. Oh, that'll be interesting. That'll be a few minutes. And Clem is going to be overtaking Reese. What? Reese looks like he might have made a mistake because he dropped a lot back there. So Reese probably had him off, and he's going to be under pressure from Rog. Rog sticking into that situation, both of them using the button. Is Rog going to think about going down the inside into Snow Corner? Yes, he is. He's sort of thought about it. Reese just managed to hold on. Hambo making moves on Liam Ash in the background, and Dick Twiglet is also overtaking Dean. Dean not really having a good time on those hard compound tyres. How they set in yet again more purple laps on 3.0. Trying to pull away. He's already out of the DRS and hasn't got Reese to worry about this time. He's might have made another little mistake, and here comes Spaff on P2P. Like I said, the clown's rather holding up this Alpine, and got a moment for Grezza. Grezza's had a moment. Does he have damage? Oh, trying to figure out the camera. Show me a better camera angle for God's sake. I don't think he has damage, he's not understanding. And he's going to try have her on DRS down the Wellington Straight. He's going to think about it. It's Brooklyn's not quite. Reese will not be happy. He's having to stick behind the Aston Martin as he go into Cops or Clem Corner. And going wide is Clem, and Reese is going to have a run, easy through, and they're side by side. Reese is backed off. But Crusoe's made Clem go a bit wide there through Maggots, and that's going to compromise his run. Heading on the Hanger Straight, DRS, ERS, and that is easy positions for Reese. Roger's still right up behind these two. They had the little battle in Magnus Beckett that's rather hold them up rather much as Grezza gets through on the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin's going to try and fight this one back. He's going to have to go a bit defensive here into the chicane, but nothing to worry about too much. Resetting the fastest lap of the race just. There's a bit of a penalty here for P2P. And oh, that's out of the race! Goes cue ball! On the final corner, and that surely has to be a safety car. Yes, it is. Just caught going around them, yeah. It's got the final corner, probably had too much power, and that is the end of his race. And Twiggle's got a 5-second time penalty for a collision, which may or may not be removed unless we have another safety car. So, safety car is out then, lap 4. It's not rare to see safety car out in early stages of the British Grand Prix, and we've got one here. So, Cube on the Aston Martin having a unfortunate time and not a very good time considering a pretty decent qualifying. These two now they're in the same place, so there's definitely something going on there. That's my way of it, like what? So, Reese back up into second. Safety car's going to bring him up towards Halliday again. Halliday will have to look to his mirrors yet again. Raven down in 14th, having started third on the grid. He will not be happy with that. He's got a lot of ground to make, and into the pits comes Halliday. And so does Reese. Clem will stay out. Rog comes in as well. The Alpine McLaren. P2P. Spaffy also stays out. So a few of these soft runners taking this as a pit stop and changing the strategy at least, and they're probably going hard to the end. Ooh, we've actually hard to the end there for Halliday. Halliday, he likes his halves to the end, doesn't he? early pit stop and go to the end. One set of tyre for the majority of the race. It's very interesting because, you know, it's there, suppose it works out, but then you might get another safety car, which is, I think, what the other people putting onto mediums might be expecting. As mediums go on Grezza, Rog and Reese. Softs for Dean. He doesn't like the hards, he's gone straight to the softs. It's an interesting. Oh, look at this! It's an Aston Martin safety car. It's an Aston Martin. Oh, would you look at it? Oh, it's beautiful. It's an Aston Martin car following an Aston Martin safety car. Oh, let's go on board and have a look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, that. Right, can we go on board with Burt Mylander, please? That would be lovely. The first pins. Okay, there we go. Playing with a sticky sticker, god damn it. Right, so, a few updates on the tyres then. We have got, like I said, the amount of fresh sauce, fresh hards for Halliday, fresh mediums from Reese, Rog and Grezza, so it's going to be quite key for them to get by Halliday as soon as possible. Halliday also needs to clear traffic and get some cars between him and Reese, and pretty much all them behind, because they're going to be a lot quicker. All those medium compact tyres, hards will definitely struggle a little bit here, to say the least, and also those that will stay on the hards will also struggle in this second restart. Those are the top 6 are going to have to really gun it for a few laps to try and get as much of a gap as they can to those who have already pitted. Safety car will probably be in this lap, because the field is majoritively caught up. It's just ready for Dean and Pagellet. That'll be caught up very shortly. Hopefully Liam Must has rejoined us. I believe he has. And this is through. Yeah, it's definitely through. So we've got a few penalties. Let's look at some penalties if we can. We've got 5 seconds for Dean and Twiglet, 3 for Clem and PDP. I reckon 3 is definitely not going to be, we'll end up with Glenn. He's definitely one to get penalties around this track. Unless he can really just focus on keeping it clean, but he might lose a bit of time. But then again, it's better to lose a 10th than 3 seconds. Unless you really are able to back off that, looks like you lose more time than you would doing penalties. But then again, that will never really happen. You'd always lose more time than penalties. Okay, expecting the safety car to be in this lap, as unfortunate as it may be, because that safety car is fucking beautiful. It's an absolute beauty. As the English would say. Yeah, moving in, having a better look, and you can be better in. I could just hold that. I could just hold the thing. I didn't think about that. I could just hold it like they do in old time F1. There we go. Safety car in this lap. So there it is. One. No, I shouldn't really do this. Hang on. I've made a terrible mistake here. So, Clem now leads the British Grand Prix, and he'll be waiting to drop that whenever he decides to, and that will be now on the exit of the chicane. They're going for it. That's pretty good response from them climbing on the Alpine. He hasn't really gotten away from that, but Master Spread has kind of left that gap, which will help the top 3. Immediately, Halliday is all over the back of TPA Groot. Halliday might be looking to make a move as soon as possible, but he's got those behind to worry about as well. Stay with Halliday here, as he could be making a move down into Brooklands. He's got the ERS wide open as early as possible. He's got Reese up his chuff as well. He's going to be looking defensive, or will he look offensive? He's not going to have to do any of them so far, but just up ahead is Twiglet, under pressure from Raven. Raven tried to cut back and under, but his teammate was there. Teammate was there to potentially pick up some pieces, and Hadley's really under pressure from Reese. Reese is going to try and go round the outside into Cup's corner. Oh, please don't make contact like he did. Oh, he's on to tuck in. No contact will make. He's made the position before the corner. Hadley's got to run towards Mag as we go. Oh, this is going to be close. He's backed off. He thought better of it. He's thinking the long game here. He's got these two up ahead fighting quite hard to get in. And TPA Great is going to have the move done, and then Ray's going to try and do them both here into Stowe. He's going down the inside. He's not quite going to have the... Oh, yes, he is. He's got the much better exit than TPA Great. Great's going to go a little bit wider in good measure. Is Great going to fight it back on the inside of the chicane? No, but Hadley has also got to get round the outside of the chicane. That was getting all very interesting very quickly, and round goes TPA Groot. Same place, same corner, but he's a lot earlier, and that will definitely probably save him a little bit, but he is down at the back of the grid, and Reese making move on Master Raven. Reese really making the attack. He's got GTR Miller just up ahead. He's also on the hard compound tyres, and round again goes TPA Group. He's now having a fun time. And it's down the inside into Brooklands. He's gonna have that position made quite easily. And now Raven's gonna look to attack on GTR Miller, but he's also gonna be looking at his bearers. He's got a Holiday up his chuff. Grezza isn't making these kind of moves though, which is hurting him. Hurting him very much. He's stuck behind Twitter. As they're side by side heading towards Magnus and Beckett. Master Raven's got the position down. He's going to have to fight a little bit here. And that is P8 for Master Raven. The field. GTR Brothers might just lose another position here. He's got Hadley all over the back of me. He's already going to be switching to the inside. And already is through. Roger's going to look to go down the inside. He thought about it. He's still there actually. Now he's going to have the line going into the chicane. No, he can't quite do it just yet. Grezza still can't get past. Twiggle pick up 3 seconds. Hambo pick up 3 seconds. All the 3 seconds. Get your 3 seconds out. Dean also picked up a 3 seconds out penalty as well. This time Roger will have it done into farm. And he is up into the point positions, and we'll have the DRS well, yeah, have the DRS on the GTR Miller, and we'll try and gain up as Liam Ash is passed by Reese. Reese really making inroads and is only a few seconds away from a couple of seconds away from his teammate Hambo for this race. Twiglet has been passed by Grezza. Grezza finally making a move. Yes. He is also looking very racy indeed there. His master spread picked up a 3 second time penalty. It's absolute penalty there, yeah. Now Grezza's all over the back of GTR Millard. And he's going to have the DRS. Surely this must be an easy overtake on the hanger straight. He's going round the he's got the wrist, he's way ahead, and he is through. And so does through. For Dean and Twiglet going side by side into Stowe. Dean is ahead. Takes 13th place. Twiglet really just dropping on those odds, and so is GTR Miller. Surely these might consider going back in. Is he trying to through the extra cane there? He's got a great run. And TPA Groot is out. He's lost it on the chapel there, and we've got another safety car. And I'll tell you what, that might play advantage to these soft people that stayed out a little bit longer, because now they can pit. That might be closer to a reasonable pit window to go into mediums. As we have a second safety car, as Groot really struggled on the spinning tyres, and I think just 2 hot tyres, and going into Maggers and Beckers with hot tyres, it's never going to work out really, is it? That's just a recipe for disaster. Reese managed to make good progress there, but it's now eliminated. And what will Halliday do? He put the hards on, and he might just think, well, these aren't working, he might just go mediums here. Depends what those ahead do. Let's climb. I'm sure, but pie should be young. That's bad. It's unprofessional. It's that bad of it, beach. So, Clem now still leads. He still managed to hold on to that P1 position. Not with all the penalties. Sparsus, please say I'll take a goalie. I might not. Oh, fuck off, Dan. Brother trying to fucking ring me. I'm trying to do this. Into the pits then. Come those that all stayed out. Apart from Liam Marsh, Liam Marsh is Liam Marsh is actually staying out of those tires still. Bloody hell. So Reese now inherits the lead. Halliday will now be in third. He doesn't deserve it. He starts to stick with those hards, and he's really going to feel a lot of pressure as Raven went onto softs. Then everyone else, Clem, Spaffy, P2P, Massive Spread, Hambo, Grezza, all went on mediums. And Grezza, you're probably watching this. I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't catch Spass overtake. I'm pretty sure I didn't. It was overtaking going at the back of the field, but the championship most likely going to be the championship contenders may have been. So now things are going to get a bit interesting. So Liam is staying on the softs. And yeah, he's kind of. Surely he has to pit this long. Surely he has to admit that this isn't the right thing to do. Because those times are not going to be able to put up against even the hards. They're not going to be able to put up against. And those that have stayed out on hards as well. Surely they should have pitted as well. Well, that is a very costly mistake indeed for Halliday. He spun under the safety car. He definitely hit the wall, and that might be a very costly mistake there. He's dropped down to P. He was in P3 and now he's in P11, which surely might just make him now pit on for some mediums, because there's now just really no point staying on those hards with people in fresh mediums around here. After you've just spun like that on the safety car, surely he'll come into the pits. It did simply be unwise. He's got the pit marker on, you can see there, and yes, he's Liam has just sped into the pit lane. He has pitted. Oh no, he hasn't pitted. Oh god. Halliday strategies, the McLaren strategists have just blown up. Hello, Will. Alright, English. And then must have dropped all the way down to the back of the field. Halliday is still going to brave it out on those hards. Oh dear. Fair Fox, if he manages to get a podium out of this, I don't think he will. Those mediums are going to be so much better. Ah, hey, what's up? That's what it says. Alright. Ah, yes. C. Well, you've tuned in some interesting bits, so stay tuned, because you're gonna see some interesting conundrums. As we're in our second safety car period, Reese leads from Rog, GTR and Billy just stayed out on the hard compound tires, and so does Twigler, he's in P5. Dean on 6 up on softs. Will be likely to pit again. Everyone else probably going to be going to the end now. Apart from maybe Reese and Rog, right? Reese and Rog might have to pit at the end. It's going to be a bit of a stretch for the tyres to make it. Grezza, we push down. Grezza, we make cock up now. He was one that pitted under the first safety car to go into mediums, and he's pitted again to go into more mediums. Being all Ferrari strategists, everyone. They really do work. No, they don't. Right, so to get in this lap, Reese will then lead the field and control the pace, staying right up. Well, I'll give you a race recap after we have the safety car restart. As here we go, he's dropped it now, and Rog has responded very well to that restart, and so has GTR Millard as well, in fairness. And further back we've got Clem in a LP sandwich, and he's looking to try and make an early move onto it. He's going to go down the inside. That's a very audacious, gets very close, he's gone too deep, and Spaff is now going to try and take advantage of this. He's been touched by his teammate, the two teammates collide together. It's maximum drama here. Oh, that is something you really don't want to be seeing. As round goes, that's a big spin. It's maximum drama on the second safety car restart. Teammates collide as Halliday makes moves on those hards on fresh medium runners. And further back we've got another car that's had a moment. Master Spread, he's had a bit of a moment. And now Clem overtakes Dean for P4, and now he's got GTR Millard ahead of him yet again after he went too deep on the brakes. Way too ambitious. And he's going to be under threat. He's had a big mishap, and he's under threat by the Red Bull. Red Bull's coming back through, and it's going to be potentially the Red Bull's backed out of it here, but they're going to go 3 wide potentially into Stowe. Climbs up the inside, round the outside for the Red Bull. Is he going to be able to make it? GTR Millard holding his own accord, going into the chicane side by side, round the outside for Clem. Is he going to be able to do it? There's definitely some touching there. There's still touching. He's going off the track almost. He wasn't quite done with the move. The 3 wide into turn 1. Ooh, backing out of that is P2P. And the Red Bull. That could have got very, very interesting. Oh, this spot is amazing. Down the inside for Dean on the Haas. Two teammates, the McLarens, going side by side, wheel to wheel down the inside for Halliday. Halliday still yet. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Oh, that could have been hairy. Hambo now getting involved. He's going after the Halliday, the championship leader. Down the inside for Hambo. He backs out of it. He backs out of it. Is he going to try the up and under? The Alfa Romeo looks to try and get his nose involved in Master Raven. 3-second time penalty for GTR Millard. He's been in the war, has that Haas. And he's now going to have the P2P. He's going to go down. He's thought about it. Oh, he's done it. Oh no, there's contact and round goes P2P. That was never going to work out in Cop's corner. And oh, there's been a goal. Liam Ash is out. And that's another safety car. Oh my goodness. That has very much kicked a spark and more chaos. Div 1 races are absolute pure carnage. We've had Austria with safety cars galore and contact and mishaps, and now we've got another safety car, and this is going to help those that still did pit, as GTR Millard will be glad to get off those hard compound tyres and may even chance going soft to the end of the race. Raven's in, Grez is in again, Dean is going to be in, he's going for another set of softs. It's sauce for the Alfa Romeo again. GTR going on the mediums. Softs for Greza. Mediums for Twiglet. Why oh my. What drama have we just incurred? The two Alpine cars colliding in dramatic fashion. Spaff will not be happy with that one. Have we just that's not gone very well there, Raven. That's not gone very well. Will we speak after? No, we speak after. We're down to 13 runners of the British Grand Prix. And Reese still lead for Roger, staying in second place. Clem's up to P3. Halliday's up to P4, and he's still in those hard compound tyres. He's making them work an absolute treat here. For God's sake, don't drop it again. Right, Will, you want a race recap? It was a good start for Halde. He took the lead and managed to hold on for that lead until lap 4, where we had a dramatic crash with Cue Ball losing the rear end of his Aston Martin in the final corner. He crashed out and caused the first safety car, where most of the leaders came into the pits for some fresh mediums, although how they went on those hard compound tyres that he's still on now. Then we had another little bit of a racing moment, and then Groot had a spin after being overtaken by minicars. He had a spin on the final corner, spin in Abbey, and then finally crashed in Chapel, which brought out another safety car. And now we've had Liam Ash getting caught up in the walls, and he's out. And the other Ferrari with his teammate is not in the points. Ferrari having a bit of a difficult weekend. PS, nice safety car. It's all about the safety cars, isn't it? It's safety cars go on. We've got Twiglet quite a way away. So yet again, if you want to catch up on all this what's just missed, well, the video will be out tomorrow at probably 6, because last time it was not ready. It just simply was not ready. So it'll be out tomorrow at 6 PM. Because it won't be started uploading until in the morning, or actually probably earlier, and then I just won't have it on. So, like I say, fresh softs for Dean, Grezza and Twiglet, fresh mediums for GTR Millard. Out there on the hards, everyone else on all mediums, 10 lap all mediums for Reese and Rog, who are really not going to be liking these safety cars now, because it's bringing the pack closer and closer. All the traffic cars pretty much well out of the way now, and probably going to be now even faster cars with the soft tyres on. Dramatic races all across Div 1. With the drama that's the moment, we will get to. We've got 10 more laps of this. As safety car, it might be in this lap. It might not be, because this might be a late call. Get ready for slamming on. It is a late call. Safety car in this lap. Reese will lead the pack yet again. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, Spaff went into the pit lane. Oh, that's interesting. As a consequence, I agree again. That's just completely confused me. And a Rapid Pajala has more than been cut out. The 3-second tablet for Rog. As away we go. Rog is getting challenged by Clem here. Clem all over the back of him. Heading towards, he's got the ERS on, he's wanting to take this overtake. Here we go on board with Aston Martin, going up against the AlphaTauri up ahead of him. He's thinking about a move, but he's not quite able to gain on this straight. As we head into Brooklands and towards the left field, will he try and get a switchback manoeuvre? He's gone for the right. Oh, where the hell is he going? Oh, what happened to, oh, Roger's disappeared. Roger's off. Hang on, what happened there? He just disappeared. Oh, oh my. Okay. We got slow moving cars. P2P, he's got no front wing. What's happened there? He's got no front wing. And that's going to cause a bit of chaos behind him. His ERS has been left on, and I reckon he's done that in cops and it's just gone. As Rogers seems to be having the lag. Supposed to spread is up to P6. Those are the slots making steady progress. B2B is just going to be dropping positions here. No front wing, not a chance. He'll be diving into the pits. As into the pits comes Rog. He must have picked up some sort of damage, or will be doing a stop to go into the softs end. As Halliday is now into the podium position. I said Halliday won't be in the podium because he's steering on those hards. And how wrong was I? How very wrong I was. Oh, well, we've got a lot of cars at the pits here. But what's happened here? We've got a safety car, that's what's happened. What? Hang on, why have we got a safety... What? Well, I am confused. I mean, I've just had the biggest confusion of my entire life. What in God's green earth has happened? Why have we got a safety car? Was it because of the debris or the spin car? It might have been because of the debris. We've got another safety car. Oh my word. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Safety Car Grand Prix. Bert Mylander, shock horror, is led more laps than anyone else. But at least we get to look at the Aston Martin safety car again. You know, that's a plus. It's a very big plus. No? Yeah, I've just been bad confused. We've got Roger disappearing out of nowhere, which has just mushed my brain. Where everyone would have just bits and all of a sudden there's a safety car out of nowhere. Bert Mylander, driver of the day, absolutely. Yeah, he's absolutely whacked out this Grand Prix in a V8 Vantage. So, Reece still leads, now from Clem, and from Halliday, and from Hambo. Halliday's teammate, pitted, come back on the fresh sauce, he's now down in P11. Twiglet is P... Oh, don't overtake the safety car, for God's sake, that is the worst, worst thing you could do. So Twiglet also on fresh sauce, along with GTR Millard, fresh medium to Spaffy, fresh sauce for Rog, who... I mean, God knows what the fuck happened to him. It's all about chaos. We've still got 30 people left. We've got another, what is this, the fourth safety car? One up thing, and yeah, this is the fourth safety car. Oh my bloody door. We're going to run out of safety car allowance. I think we're on the border of a safety car allowance here. I think it's either 4 or 5 in this game for 50% race. Running out of racing laps, for goodness sake. This is really turned into a sprint, and Halliday on those 13 up both hard tyres, Reece on the 13 up both medium tyres, those 7 up both medium tyres. Surely you're going to feel a lot of pressure now. This podium, it might be Reece, you know, Clem and Halliday for now, but this could go Pajala, GTR Millard, P2P Gully for all we know. This is how mental this race could be. It really, anyone's game. Because those tyres are really going to struggle, especially Reece's and Halliday's. They're really going to struggle here. Penalties are going to play big effects as well. Those without penalties are going to shoot up a few positions here. Safety cars keeping the pack well and truly bunched, as it will probably be in this lap. Take a deep breath, because we could be going crazy again. Oh god, the Alpines are close together. Oh no. Oh no. Let there be chaos. Safety car in this lap. Reece controls pack speed. He decides when the pack goes, and he's going. He likes going down that corner, and this time it's caught Clem napping a little bit here. He's got a much better gap than what he's had at any previous other time. Here we go. Oh, P2P's round. Already. He's gone. And Greza making move on Dean. Dean's going to fight that one back down the inside. Greza's going to have to back out of position, but he's going to get the switch back here. Heading down the straight, and he's got the inside line in this next corner. He's forcing that Red Bull wide. They're going side by side towards the field, towards Brooklands we go. And that is still not quite these two really side by side. Let's bring the others into this. Grez is going for another switchback. This time towards the old pit lane straight. The Rog is getting involved in this battle. This is going to get hairy. P2P really having a difficult time, and they're both through. Rod's trying to get through on Greza here. He's got more pace than him here. Spaffy's also managed to... Oh, we've got another safety car. A DNF for P2P goalie, and it's caused another safety car. Surely those leaders are going to come in for softs now. Surely. This will bring us to... Oh, this will be lap 21, and then we'll be on the safety car up, which will be 22. It will be lap 23 to 26. This is now a sprint race. Q Hamilton, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. What happened? The leaders have stayed out. Oh, they're really risking this one now. Really risking it. Grez is just able to make those positions, and that's really bringing him into this, along with Rog as well. They're bringing them into this, it's slowly encroaching. But Mylander, yet again, out in that Master Martin safety car. What a G. What absolute G.
Good night, noisy Thomas.
Yep, right.
Quiet down.
Fuck's sake. Gotta love that when that stuff happens when you're live. Should put a big sign up in future saying, "Shut up, I'm live." And now we must speak a bit quietly here. But we're right up to the mic, so this is going to get weird and uncomfortable. Night duck. Oh, I fucking hate life. Fucking hate it. Disgusting. Righto. But Mylander. Yeah, we don't speak of. We just don't speak at all. We did not speak at all. Oh, Hamburg's gone into the pits. So is Spaffy. So is... Okay, I thought my eyes deceived me then. No, it's just Spaffy and Hamburg going into the pits. Hamburg's retiring. He's had enough. So give it up. I didn't expect this to go until this. Right, this has gone on quite a while because of the safety cars. We don't speak about that voice crack either. Oh, let's shut this door properly. Hang on. I have a chair. Right. Try and be enthusiastic, but you can't be enthusiastic because you have to be quiet mode. Here we still not go because we still not do a lot. God, the safety car makes this track feel so bloody long. Unbelievably long. Fresh sauce. Unsurprisingly for Spaff. He's going to have plenty of tire temperature after catching the field up. Just a quick silent moment there in the respect of the drivers we've lost and the burnt Highlander who's probably run out of fuel at this point. So I think I was going to have to do a pit stop and get some fucking fuel in there. Just to get this lap, Reesley's again, and here we go. We're green. And it's yet again a decent restart here by Reese. And Clem has got Halliday all over his bottom. Oh, that's interesting. He's really going to struggle here. GTR Millard making move on Twiggle, still going side by side into Farm. Oh, he's moved across here. Bit of contact yet again between the LP driver and someone else. GTR Millard really fighting this one back. He's going to go down the inside into Brooklands and he's going to do him. He's done him. Oh, here we go, the teammates close together. Oh. Smelt's got a run on him down the old pit straight. He's well ahead and surely there's no chance of contact here. Safe move, we're all safe. Further up the road, Reese is just hanging on in there, but there's still within DRS's Clem and Halliday. Greza applying the pressure here on Master Spread. Master Spread looking into his mirror, seeing a big red Ferrari. Looking at come down there, the red Ferrari's looking at his mirrors as Rogers on think about going down the inside. GTR Millard and Spaffy going side by side in Stowe. GTR's gonna have to go around the outside into the chicane. He's just lost out on that position, Spaff getting ahead, he's up to P8. Fighting that Alpine up the field as we go into lap 24 out of 26. We will finish this race. And down the inside for Greza on Master Spread. He's now going to have to, the outside, he's going to have to go for a switchback. Greza's loving the switchbacks here at Silverstone. He's going to have him down the Wellington straight. Here we go. Rogers also looking involved. And through goes Greza into Brooklands. And further behind, Rogers got up in the inside at Luffield. That's very close. Rogers got a run at him. He's going to have him in the old pit straight. Heading towards Cox we go. There's still, oh, this is going to get hairy. Oof, backs out of it. Does not stick away at the inside of Cox. Twiggler is on the back of GTR Millard. As these aren't getting very close to each other, no DRS just yet. Probably down to the final lap really with DRS. As ERS is being absolutely mobbed at this stage. No other word for it. Roger applying the pressure to Greza. DRS is now enabled. This is really hoping that Reese gets a Calday really hoping Reese gets a penalty. That was his only chance really of getting a win here. Unless he makes a mistake, well, that's also a chance. Rog gonna have the DRS, he could have a run. Going down the Wellington straight on Greza. We go on board. This is gaining on the Ferrari. Ferrari's going to have to go defensive into Brooklands. He's going to go round the outside of Greza. That is a beautiful move. And he's ahead. He is ahead. That is absolutely beautiful from Rog, but he's going to go a bit wide. The exit of left field, is that going to compromise his run? No, it's not. He's comfortably ahead. He's up into P4. And not having penalties though, Greza will get that position back. Also because he's reserve. Further back to with it again, he's getting close to GTR Millard. He's actually got a little bit of a good drag down towards Stowe, but he's not quite going to be able to do anything here. And Halliday getting very close. Spaff pick up another 3-second turbo Twigger as well. Halliday using absolutely everything. He wants the position on track. He knows he's got it on the pens. But on track does a whole lot more. To the man who leads the championship. And at the moment will still lead that championship. As obviously Reese didn't score any points last time out in Austria. And here is Twiglet going down the inside into Brooklands on GTR Millard. Hasn't quite been able to do it, but he's going to try and go a long way round at left field and hasn't quite got the corner speed at all there. And has to stay a bit behind the Haas. This is for that final point square position. He's going to look around the outside of Cop's corner. Oh, that's very brave. Hasn't quite been able to do it though. Looking into Magnus and Beckett, these two getting very racy with each other. Be careful, lads. Careful. Oh, here we go. Halliday on Clem. Halliday's down the inside. Halliday goes through. Into still corner. I'm afraid we have to cut back to the race leader. Reese, for the first time this season, wins the British Grand Prix. Halliday comes up in second, Clem momentarily in third. Kreze moves up to fourth, Spread goes up to fifth, Roger down to sixth, Baffy gets seventh, GTR Millard eighth, ninth for Dean. And it's over, guys. It's over. It's finally over. We can relax. We can go home. GTR Millard picking up driver of the day. What a race this has been. What an absolute joy to watch as this race. Reese picking up his win. He's back on top form. A two-time DIV1 champion. Celebrating with plenty of champagne. And yeah, plenty of penalties there. 3 or 6 seconds, some 9 seconds, but you know, it's plenty of them. How they pick up second, Clem third. It's another podium finish for Clem and his DIV1 debut. Surely he has to be happy with that. Dean, Twiglet, just missing out on the points there. Dean picking up 10th, GTR Millard 9th. Hamburg 12th, retiree. So it doesn't matter. And like I say, Pichala moved on to P7 at the end. Obviously, DIV2 reserves get taken out. So Smurf would get 6th place points. So 5th place points. That's a lot of reserves to remove from the standings. Anyway, we've got some people to invite to the party here. Boom. 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 Let's see who we got in here. We just got Clem so far. Everyone's got their invite. Here comes Reese. I know Halliday doesn't usually join these. He didn't join the last one. he's the equivalent of Kimi Räikkönen, really. Only Scottish and not Finnish. Same thing.
Fat man.
Well, we might as well.
Confused.
We might as well go. So we'll start with the race winner. Reese, you're back on top after a rather difficult weekend last time in Austria.
Austria.
But this time, strategy kind of working out for you. Talk us through your race, Reese.
Well, you can't get overtaken when a safety car comes out every 5 seconds, so...
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But yeah, I mean, I couldn't improve on my quality time. Halliday put in a really good lap, but I think I was right next to him in race pace. But yeah, strategy worked out for me, not really for him. He decided to go on the hards. I thought I could make it on the mediums. Pulled off a good few overtakes after the first safety car. I sort of stuck my nose in here and there. Not as much that like I don't know, I'd cause a crash or anything, but just so they knew I was there. If they gave me room, then I could go for it. If not, then I could back out. And all of them gave me room, so fair play to them. And then yeah, just safety car central brought me to the end.
Actually, pretty uneventful after those safety cars for you. Clem, that's another podium. Mr. I'm not quick enough for Div 1.
Fluke, mate. It's absolute fluke. Promise you now.
Yeah, right.
Well, if it weren't for the safety cars, I'd be nowhere.
Well, you did pick up a penalty. I would have thought you got a lot more, to be fair, but what was it, 6 seconds in the end?
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Huh? Yeah, it's improving. You did spin at cops.
No, I didn't spin at cops. I did in quality.
Yeah, well, we
3
talk
times.
about that. Yeah, we speak after with that. Yeah, we speak after.
Oh.
I hate to say it to you,
Thanks,
but I hate to break it to you, but I've got a quality view of you spinning.
Oh, that's fantastic. Where? Abbey? Cops?
Your favourite corner.
Maggots? Beckets? I span many times in quality.
Won't have your fun, but
Sometimes straight after each other.
yeah.
That was. But it was a good race. I had a nice little cheeky little battle with Spaff until the safety car came out. Me and him, we couldn't gain any ground on each other. And then when we both decided to take the mediums on the safety car, we stuck behind Twigler, Dini, and Millard. There was a bit of an incident between the Alpines ahead.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a incident with the Alpines ahead. I don't know what happened there. I
Alpines, Alpines, who cares?
Me.
Yeah. Well, there was a bit of an incident there. Then there was another one between Dini and Millard, and they were like just fighting each other. And then I ended up having to just send it up cops. I had to send it on Millard up cops, and thankfully he actually gave me the space. Hashtag Hamilton.
I knew that was coming.
And it was great. And then I tried to fight Halliday and prayed he got 3 seconds and get that P2. And then I realised Greza didn't have any penalties until the last corner, and then he got a penalty. So, thanks, Graham. This podium's for you, mate. Cheers.
Great, cheers. I was failing at the back end. But actually, yeah, most of the action going down the backwards. So next week it will be. Help me out here. Actually, hang on. Wait.
Hungry.
No, not fucking hungry.
Oh yes, hungry.
Yeah,
Yeah, how you feel
bollocks.
about hungry? I think Reece has already expressed his opinion on hungry. Clem, how you feeling?
I did have a good co-op race with Mike doing this. It were alright.
Did you kill any AI?
Dead. No. Yes, I did. I killed Raikkonen.
Again.
But that's a different story. The curbs weren't as bad as I thought. I don't think I'll be anywhere near the podium, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and hopefully Mike's not here again.
But yeah, hopefully for you. That's a free position.
Because a free position, and Shadow free position again. So please stop turning up. Thanks.
Well, you heard it there from the admin himself, so there you go, you don't have to turn up anymore. Anyway, we'll end it there because it doesn't look like Aldi's going to be joining us. Thank you all for tuning into the stream, and luckily it worked! Who would have funked it? That is all, and we'll see you next week for Hungary. But you can also catch Pause tomorrow at 8:30pm with Div 2, where they go around so maybe it might not be as many safety cars as the limit as it was in Silverstone, which is probably another glitch. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, goodbye everyone.